Pretty decent show. I did really enjoy it. Not much to talk about. Moon Knight, for being a Moon Knight show, does not show up that much. He shows up at the very end of the first episode for just a few seconds. He's in the second and third episode for a decent amount. Then he disappears for 4 and 5. Unless you count the scene of them showing how Moon Knight became Moon Knight for like 20 seconds, where Khonshu chooses Mark to be, his avatar. And then finally, episode 6, we get Moon Knight again for a few minutes. So for being a Moon Knight show, we just really didn't get enough of Moon Knight. Though, only 6 episodes, so I didn't expect him to, be Moon Knight every second. But definitely disappointing how much of Moon Knight we got. Now this is kinda a major spoiler. This show has a post-credit scene. I've never seen a show with a post-credit scene. And Jake Lockley finally shows up. Jake is Moon Knight's third personality. They hinted at him a few times in the show, and I think he actually showed up during one scene. Because his nose is broken, but when we saw Mark and Steven, their nose was not broken. And, well, it wasn't really broken. It was kind of bandaged and damaged. And, he sounded a little bit different. He didn't really sound like Mark or Steven. But it was like a very brief scene, so maybe they just sounded different for one scene. But I don't know. I think it was Jake, though. Anyway, Jake finally shows up in the post-credit scene and says one line where he tells him it's his turn to go to sleep or something like that. And then he shoots him a bunch. I don't get why Jake didn't kill him earlier. I guess he realized he needed him later. But, yeah, pretty decent show. There's a few editing errors here and there. Like, if you watch the show, you can see the camera a few times of them recording the show. And at least 2 scenes, if you pay close enough attention. There's like a lot of foreshadowing in the first episode. Like, a lot. We get the hippo goddess in the 5th episode. She is seen in the first episode as a stuffed animal. We get the crocodile goddess, Amit, in the 6th episode. I'm pretty sure we also see a crocodile stuffed animal in the first episode. The little girl tells Steven he's not gonna make it into this field of reeds or whatever in the very first episode. In the 5th episode, he doesn't make it to the field of reeds. There's probably even more that I just haven't seen. Oh, and I also liked how Steven Mark kept the picture that his brother gave him the day he died. If you look closely in his room, it's hung up on the wall. But yeah, it was a pretty good show. Episode 6 was the shortest episode. It was very anticlimactic. And it was probably the most boring out of the 6. It felt like a filler episode. Just nothing really happened. They get brought back to life. They fight the god. They beat the god. Episode's over. Oh, and Mark makes a joke. Mark's not really the one that makes jokes during this show, but he makes a joke. I don't remember what scene, but in episode 6 he makes a joke, which I thought was different. Obviously, be a serious character and make jokes, but like through the entire show, not one joke that I remember anyway, and then he makes a joke in the 6th episode. But I hope there is a season 2, though I doubt it. I doubt any of the MCU shows are gonna get a season 2. They just seem like a one-off thing, where they do one thing to get you more attached to these characters that haven't really got development in the MCU, or just characters that they haven't established yet that they want to put in the new movies. Because even though I love Sam Wilson, he had like zero development and was really bland in the MCU. He had like 1 or 2 good moments out of several movies. He really got established as a good character during Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Same with Scarlet Witch. She really didn't do much in the MCU besides what she did in Age of Ultron. That's really only her memorable appearance for me anyway. And her show, she was better besides her stupid logic. And What If gave us some development for some characters, but it was mostly just already established popular characters. Plus, they probably won't show up because most of them are just, alternate versions of characters. I wish we would have got more development for Gamora, since she's awesome in the comics, but she's pretty bland in the show. But yeah, Moon Knight Season 2 would be great since they set up Jake. But who knows? But yeah, that's about it for this review.